Some of you guys out there may have an easier time with this guitar review than others, but hear me out before judging a book by its cover. We're going to be looking at this really cool headless guitar. Hey guys, Tony from Addicted to Gear here. Today I'm reviewing something that I honestly didn't think I'd enjoy this much, and it's a headless guitar. Looks pretty cool, man. I know I can already hear some of you guys out there. Tony's gone futuristic on us. What's he going to be reviewing next on the channel? Lightsabers or something like that? Don't worry. It's probably just a phase. This is the EART GW2 headless guitar, and it totally caught me off guard. I mean, it's lightweight, it's slick looking, it's got great feel, great sound. There's really a lot to like about this guitar. I know some of you guys out there may have an easier time with this than others. This might be outside of your comfort zone when it comes to look. Now, the finish on this thing is beautiful. I went with the matte blue. I thought it looked pretty modern. I wanted to have something modern because the guitar overall does have, you know, modern aesthetics. You can't deny that. And in person, I think the color looks even better than probably what you're seeing online. It's got little speckles in it. It's got like a little shimmer thing going, but it's matte. It's kind of like glimmer, but for grown-ups. And it does walk the fine line between subtle and, hey, check this out. Now, if blue doesn't do it for you, this model also comes in a few other options, including black. They have white also. They also have other pickup configurations. So if you're not fond of double humbuckers, they do have the Strat style, the SSH, as well as a Telecaster, which looks pretty interesting. Now, some of those have pick guards. This one doesn't. And they also offer fancier top finishes. So if you want something a little bit more classy looking, maybe just a little bit less high tech, they have the really nice wood veneers that you can opt for as well. Full honesty, the body shape weirded me out at first. Kind of reminded me something you'd find in a Tron reboot movie. But once I strapped it on and started playing, yeah man, I forgot all about that. It also sounds really great, unplugged, nice resonance. It's light as a feather, it's surprisingly comfortable, and the body is made of roasted mahogany. So not only does it sound really nice and warm and full, and I'll let you hear all that in a second, but it also won't require you to get that lumbar adjustment after your rehearsal. You know, finally, a guitar with a mahogany body that has a respectable weight class. Nothing like those old Black Beauty customs, you know, I used to call those the chiropractor specials back in the day. Out of the box, I did have to make a couple of very slight adjustments, little tweaks I call them. Just raise the pickup slightly on these things just to make them sit where I like them to be. The radius on the neck was perfect. I did notice that on the nut, which is actually a bone nut, which is really nice to see, cut really nice, but I do feel like the top the higher 3 strings could be slightly lower, a smidge lower. So after I finish my 147 other guitar projects, I'll probably just file those down a little bit. You know, for something that I ordered off Amazon, you know, I was fully prepared to receive a hot mess of a guitar. You know, instead, it honestly plays better than half of the more expensive guitars that I've played in the store just the other day. It really is mind-boggling how they can put out a really nice guitar for this kind of money. Now the neck is where this guitar really shines. It really starts getting ridiculous in a good way, because check this out. You have a roasted maple neck in the back. You have Indian rosewood fretboard in the front. So, you know, really nice dark looking fretboard, very impressive looking. You also have a compound radius, so it goes from 9.5 to 14. And you also have a compound back on this neck, so it goes from a U shape to a C shape. So it starts off as a U, goes to the C here, feels really great in your hand. It also comes with a truss rod here, a wheel truss rod that you can adjust at the bottom. And oh yeah, it does have 24 frets, and they're stainless steel. Not only are they stainless steel, but they have such great finishing on the ends of the frets. They're like rounded over like a ball. But wait, it gets better, because I feel the back of this neck is so smooth. It basically will make your guitars that have the gloss paint feel like molasses. It really, really feels fantastic. So once you play something like this, you're gonna start giving the stink eye to all your other guitars in your collection. You're really, you know, gonna not wanna play them. Do you really wanna deal with those sticky necks right now when you have something this nice and smooth? I don't think so. I can't stop talking about it. I don't throw this around lightly, but the fretwork on this guitar is absolutely great. It spoiled me. It's stupid good, okay? Everything's smooth, everything's polished, and there's not a sharp edge in sight. You can do the pantyhose test. Is that what I've seen some people do? They run their hand over the frets with a pantyhose to see if it snags. You're not gonna get any snags here. Now when I pick up a more expensive guitar with, you know, so-so fretwork, I feel personally attacked. You know, I'm paying a guitar twice as much, maybe 3 or 4 times as much as this one, and I'm not getting nearly as great a finish on the frets. And I'm talking to you, Fender. It should be standard across all the expensive guitars if these guys can do it. The offset dot inlays on the neck is also a very cool touch. It's simple, it's clean, but it's just a little bit of an extra vibe to give the fretboard a little bit more personality. I really like it. And one thing I have to talk about is the recessed output jack. It's right here, guys, in the back, you know? Now, jacks on guitars to me are like assholes. You know, we need them, but we don't really need to see them, right? And this is a well thought out placement. It's hidden. You don't see it in the front. You don't even see it in the back, but it's accessible here if you need it. You know, it's right there. Somebody was thinking at the company, give that guy a raise. I like it. Now you'll notice here you have uncovered pickups, exposed routing. You know, some guitars rock it really well, others don't. I think it works really well on this guitar because it does have the overall industrial feel to it. Just works. It's like the guitar said, I don't need no stinking pickup covers. I don't need no pickup rings to impress you. I got tone. Speaking of tone, the guitar comes loaded with the EART custom, they call them custom Artones. I think they're the HB115 model pickups. I refer to them as the EART mystery pickups because they forgot to tell us what kind of magnets they're using. You know, maybe they did it on purpose. Maybe they just enjoy hearing us fight about it on the forums. But based on the sounds that I'm hearing, the bite, and you know, just the overall tone of the pickups, I'm gonna guess they're ceramics. You know, I tried to peek inside the wrapping, but I didn't want to, you know, ruin the pickups. I can't really tell. Okay, so if you guys know what they are, please let me know. I have nothing against ceramic pickups. I like them. I think the clean tones are snappy. The blues tones are warm. They got a really nice edge under some gain, which I like. A little bit of extra bite. I think these pickups sound really good. I prefer these pickups to a lot of the stock pickups that I've tried in other budget guitars. And I've tried a lot of guitars at this price point, and the pickups usually fall short. These ones don't. I like them. They're going to stay in there for a while. Now, as far as tuning goes, obviously the tuning happens down here. You'll need an Allen key to lock the strings at the headstock. So kind of like a locking mechanism that you'd see on a Floyd. Not exactly the same, but it works really, really well. One piece of advice, don't lose that Allen key. Where did I put that Allen key? So I'll find it later. Once the strings are locked in place and they're stretched out, tuning stability on this guitar, rock solid. I gave it the usual abuse I like to give. Aggressive bends, nervous vibrato, overplaying, that kind of thing. The tuning held strong, no issues at all there. Now, I bought this thing expecting to kind of use it as, maybe a teardown, or use it as a mod platform or something like that. Instead, after I started playing it, I just kept playing it. And then it hit me all of a sudden, like, this guitar is actually good. I'm enjoying it so much that I've been picking it up nonstop. It's great because it's so light and so comfortable to play and so compact. This would make a really good travel guitar. But even if you're not traveling with it, it's a fantastic guitar as is. At this price point, it makes you wonder just how much markup we're paying for certain logos on certain headstocks. We're not going to name names. Gibson. This guitar doesn't even have a logo or a headstock. Instead, they put that money on building a very respectable guitar overall. And they're offering them at super reasonable price points. God knows we need more of that. Prices are just skyrocketing these days. Overall, I'm really impressed. I like the back of the guitar. I like the rounded heel here, very comfortable. The exposed screws, the way the guitar is carved with the tummy tuck and the armrest. I even like the fact that they went with black hardware on this guitar. I think it looks even nicer. And I like the fact that they were very discreet with the logos. They have a logo back here, burnt into the wood. And they have another little logo right by the side of the bridge here. I'll give you a shot of that. And that's it. They didn't plaster logos all over the place, and I think that was a great choice. The styling on this guitar really, really is cool. This thing went from piquing my curiosity to, wait a second, I think this is a keeper. I think this is a guitar that you can keep forever. Put your traditional ideas of what a guitar should look like aside and try it for yourself and prove me wrong. Drop your comments and questions below. I'll try my best to answer them all. I'll post a link in the description if you want to check out one of these guitars for yourselves. Grab them while they're still cheap because they tend to skyrocket the price after a while when they get popular. And if you're into honest gear reviews and budget-friendly surprises like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. We have over 700 other videos already on the channel and plenty more coming. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this guitar review. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.